wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gap. It's Friday. That means it's time for Roman Reigns, Smackdown, and the rest of the crew. It looks like we got a gauntlet match happening tonight. Io Sky and Zelina Vega. We got the Grayson Waller effect with Charlotte Flair. We got the tag team gauntlet.
Yes.
So much going on.
Is it really that much going on? I don't feel like that's a lot of stuff going on.
It's so much.
Everblast is in the chat. Hey, Everblast says hello. Walter's also in the chat. Bryce is with us.
Woo.
Robert Warney is out there.
Woo.
And Walter and Sophie. Hey, guys. How's it going? Walter says, hey, Travis Daphne, Smackdown. Yeah, it is Smackdown night. Bryce says, hello, Dee and Travis. Happy Fridays. It is Friday in most of the world. Some world, it's Saturday morning already. Sophie says,
They already had TGIF.
Yep. Sophie's giving us all the crap we need to know tonight. The WWE
Boom.
announced today that they're going to have a pay-per-view on September 2nd in Pittsburgh. I wonder if that means that they are going to have 2 pay-per-views that month. And Walter says, good matches tonight. Robert does say, hey. Bryce says, I'm just happy that I'm here with you guys. Nice.
Yeah, me too.
I'm happy you're here with us too. Makes this
September
watching of this stuff
2nd,
go by
huh?
a lot better and quicker for
Let me go to my calendar here.
Film is now in the chat. Hey, Film. And also Harley. Hey, Film. Hey, Harley. How you guys doing? Film says, hello, Miss Dee and Travis. Big hugs. Big heart. To see you for Happy Friday. Harley says, what's good, everybody? And Film says, hello, Bryce. Glad to see you having a great Happy Friday. Ever says, did you watch AEW Collision today?
It starts tomorrow.
Well, in our world, it's tomorrow and Saturday. But in Fantasyland, it's right now and has already happened.
I like fantasy.
Tell us all about it, Ever. Bryce says, thanks, Film. Hope you do the same, too. Yeah, it's a weekend. You guys got plans? Oh, hey, it looks like they're showing, all that Bloodline stuff. Because Jay's like, you won't be here.
Yeah.
Once I'm the Bloodline, you are it.
Ha ha!
So it says
Play a pimp.
WWE is going to announce the date for their October pay-per-view in October, Sophie. It's going to happen in October. They're going to announce it in October when it happens in October.
They'll announce it at their pay-per-views. That's how they usually do it.
It's going to be in October. That's when they'll announce their October pay-per-view. In October. Pickles in the chat. Hey, Piccola! How's it going? Harley says, love starting my weekend off with you guys. Me too. I love starting my weekend with all of you and myself. Not so much Travis, but yeah. Piccola says, how's it going? Friday, here we are. Yeah, we're here all right. Bryce says, I am going to have a busy Father's Day coming up. Yeah? What you gonna do? Got plans for a father? Or do you have to work that day and that means it's busy?
Payback, huh? That's an interesting one to have in September.
Yeah, that's dumb.
That's usually the one that they used to have. When did they have that?
I don't remember.
I thought it was right before WrestleMania, wasn't it? Payback? Like right after the Royal Rumble or something?
Bryce says that. Ever says, I saw Bray in London today. Cool. What is this, doppelganger? Sophie says, Tony Khan announced the theme song for that Saturday show is by Elton John.
Oh, Lord. Is it Jet Plane?
Is it Little Dancer? Is it that fucking song? Because I fucking hate that song. I hate that fucking song.
You hate Ted Danson?
I hate it.
That's Ted Danson.
No,
I love that
little
song.
That song. Or whatever it's called.
Hold me closer, Tony Danson.
Is that what it is? Tiny Dancer? Yeah. Oh my god, I fucking hate that song. I don't know what it is about that song, but it literally grates on my nerves.
Roman Reigns, live in effect.
Piccola says, I know it's Friday because y'all wearing the blue duds. You know what, Piccola, it's funny. I normally always wear the colors of the week, but Travis just wears whatever he has on that day. So it could be blue, red, or blue, or red, or blue.
Or black, or green, or yellow.
He never wears those colors. Only on special occasions. Toasty Marshmallow just wants an answer, and Mr. Heyman is being a rude asshole.
Nobody wants to answer her.
What a jerk face. Being all rude to Toasty.
Will Jey Uso fall in line?
No, he can fall online. He can't tell you where it's at. And be like, nah, I ain't doing it.
He's like, I'm no hate that.
I'm not like that. I know. Harley says, happy early Father's Day to Travis and everyone else who are. Yeah,
Woo!
happy Father's Day to all those people out there.
Oh, yeah, that stuff's coming up, isn't it?
People's like, Tony Danza? Yeah, I think that's what it's really about, but Sophie says, no, it is the fight song by Elton John. People's like, I think it should be Rocket Man.
Me too.
Ever says, I had a good dinner in London today. Oh, yeah? Was it beef Wellington?
London,
Did you have blood pudding?
England.
Did you have
roast
beans on toast?
Roast beast of any kind?
That's beef Wellington. Did you have chips and, fish and chips? Or was it tea and crumpets? Got some tea and crumpets? Did you get some tea and crumpets? Better have gotten some tea and crumpets. So it's like with Roman's opponent for Money in the Bank, they have many avenues that they could go. Yeah, I think they can.
So hip-hop...
Which is not true, but sure.
Oh, they're already out there.
There's nobody needs stuff except for the Street Profits. They're the only ones that deserve to have an opening.
Well, of course.
Well, I think those weird guys from NXT had a little bit too.
No, they were just showing highlights.
In London, England! He says England, stupid.
You should say England, stupid.
He says England, stupid.
Hey, look. More entrances. It's the Brawling Brutes. Is that who's starting it out?
People was like, or how about I guess why they call it the Blues? Yeah, why do they call it the Blues? Well, there's like the Street Profits for the win. And
that's why they call
there's
it
new
the
VG.
Blues.
I thought is that vagina?
Video game?
Oh, video game. That probably makes a lot more sense with the rest of the sentence. That everyone has been playing on Twitch called Only Up. You know what? Vagina could work in that.
Yeah. Only up.
They've been playing on Twitch.
Vagina. People on Twitch wouldn't have vaginas, though. Unless they're born with them.
Up vaginas?
Just period.
If they have the ups?
Okay, they are starting it out. So the gauntlet match is starting it out with the two best teams. That's kind of some bullshit.
Street Profits and the Brawling Brutes. They're like, well, we're going to make them go the long distance, bitches. And the rest of them are like, okay. Yeah. Ever says, no, I had bacon with bread and cheese dip. You know what? That doesn't sound very London-y to me, ever. I don't believe you're really there. Lies. Lies. Secrets and lies.
It's her favorite saying right now.
So he says,
you could say that Sheamus in there right now against Montez Ford, and she'd say that it's a lie.
You know, I have no idea where that came from. I really have no idea. It's not from any TikTok stuff or anything like that. I have no idea where it came from. It just all of a sudden I'm like, lies, everything's lies. Secrets and lies. Secrets and lies. Secrets and lies. So he's like, do you expect them to do Roman versus AJ Styles with someone? Yes, every day, Sophie. I want them, and I expect it to happen on a daily basis.
You're so weird.
I don't know. I just
AJ,
right now.
possibly, if they decide to push him babyface for a while, and it looks like he's kind of the babyface lately, even though he's in a group.
Mr. Ridge Holland made sure that he was very careful with his throwing abilities there, so he didn't break anybody. He has been working on his careful style lately.
Ford is a very good athlete, so he's not like Big E where he was ground bound. Because Big E should have jumped.
Yeah, well, he's like, his jump was like, I jumped. No, you did not, sir.
And neck.
Secrets and lies. See? Secrets and lies. All the secrets and lies.
Ford got a tag.
We're still with just the Brawling Brutes guys and the Street Profits out there.
Well, yeah,
Nobody
because
else.
it's got to be a full match.
Go through and do stuff. And
Yeah,
when
there's a winner, the next team comes in.
Well, I figured they'd win already. What's wrong with these people?
They're both the best two tag teams in this stupid contest. Well, the Good Brothers are in there too. They're pretty good. They should have started out with like Hit Row and the Blonde Bombers. It's probably going to be the Blonde Bombers that win this whole thing anyways, but I don't know why they don't like the Street Profits. I think they would be a fantastic tag team championship group.
True. They have been tag team champions before, and they were good at it. I don't know why they don't want to put them in that position again. Look at that. The Brawling Brutes took out the Street Profits just like that. Dawkins is the weakest link.
Yeah, well, of course he is.
Pickles.
Look at this. Now they bring in the Good Brothers. Are you fucking kidding me?
Pickles like, one of these days, a real Brit will be upset about your British banter. Not Ravi, though. Okay, so what do you consider a real Brit?
I mean, that's my ancestors. I can make fun of them all I want.
Me too. Literally. Oh, and, like, I just want to know what you consider a real Brit, because Ravi isn't a real one, so that's why he can't get upset about it. The only other British person that comes in our chat is, like, Raleigh. He's the only other one that's actually from... Thomas is from England.
Thomas.
I've never had him get upset, and he seems to be a real Brit. The other ones don't count because Luke really isn't Irish. He just lives in Ireland. And Aoife is Irish, and I highly doubt she cares. She's like 18. She probably thinks it's hilarious.
Very hilarious.
Seth is like, this is interesting start to a gauntlet match. Yeah, especially when you have the best ones going first. Like, who does that?
Yeah. What, is Hit Row going to come out there last?
They're like, they're so good, we're going to put them in last. So they have a chance at nothing. People's like Street Profits and their long game. Yeah, their long game got cut real short. People's like, aha, aha. Everblast says, I'm not joking, I'm in London. Then why aren't you eating beans on toast and tea and crumpets, for God's sakes? When in London, do what the Londoners do. It's like when in Rome, hello. Bacon with bread and cheese dip is not London food. Sophie's like, Seth Rollins is going to be on NXT this week for the first time in 10 years. This week or next week? Has considered this week is still this week. And NXT isn't until Tuesday of next week.
You're out of control.
No, I'm not. I'm not out of control.
So anyways, yes, he is going to be on Tuesday.
This next week.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Next week.
The one happening next.
Next week.
The next Tuesday that we
Yeah,
come
see
upon
you.
is that one. And then the 2 Tuesdays from now is going to be the women's match. So
Feels like, sure. Need
when does your
evidence
week
that
start?
it's lies. All lies. That's what?
When does your week start?
Monday.
Right. That's how all my calendars work too. But a lot of people's weeks start on Sunday.
Sunday is the end of my week. And I have to gear up for the start of the next one. You know, go to bed early, do laundry and crap. Feels like, sure, need photo evidence or it's lies. That's right. And even if the photo evidence is in front of me, it will still be lies. I've been brainwashed by the media to expect everything to be lies. Even when the truth is put in front of my face and facts. It's all lies. Lies. So if it says I could see them doing Bobby versus Roman, why? They hate Bobby. Why would they do that?
I keep forgetting Bobby exists.
Yeah.
Because they don't use him.
They took him off and they're like, we're going to revamp you to something else. But we don't know what yet. Okay, thanks guys. So it was like, do you expect this to kill their entire first hour? Well, technically it should.
Yeah, it should have, but
won't.
No, the first match was 2 minutes. So
does that tell you anything about how much it's going to kill?
By the time we get back from commercial, this one will be getting close to ending.
And will be done at least by 6:35. I'm calling it now. 6:35.
Yeah. It's fair. Good time. They need to get the LWO in there and get rid of them, and then they need to get the Hit Row in there and get rid of them.
Yeah, and this has to have the Brawling Brutes against the Pretty Deadly Weirdos.
Oh! Nah, I'm okay with the Gallows Brothers winning.
Vindicator is in the chat. Vindicator! Says, hey, Gabby
Vindicator.
Gabbers here in Gabville. Walter says, now the OC for the win. Ravi says, totally agree with the thumbs up of him not being English. Picola says, so dang, Ref Aubrey is part of a trios tag on Rampage tonight. It's Mark Briscoe, Papa Briscoe, and Aubrey versus Jeff Jarrett, Karen Jarrett, and Jay Lethal.
That's silly.
Wow, that sounds really...
Silly?
That sounds really stupid. And the retard face of stupid. Walter says, okay, at 9:10 I'm going. I'll be here Monday for Raw. Still in check. People's like, oh, here he is. Robbie, everyone stand up and cheer. Walter's like, Ref Aubrey will be in an AEW match. Okay. Vindicator says, oh, yeah, Travis. So which match you said you like the least? Gauntlet or triple threats?
I mean, gauntlet matches are fine because they usually take up more time. But triple threats are usually more meaningful.
Right.
Although this is for a number one contenders match. That's why I think it's going to be pretty deadly because they've been...
I want to see Pretty Deadly's top outfits on Otis and Bronson Reed.
Sexy.
I want to see how much it makes her man boobies more boobyish.
Right.
Man
I was thinking
boobie.
more like Maxine and Natalia or something, like...
Well, we know that would be okay. But I just want to see what it just be funny. Because they are like, it's so cool, look at me with my
fabric
studly
around my
nipples
neck.
hanging out here.
Sheamus so strong. Picks up the giant, slams him down.
Robbie says, how much room should you give a fungi as mushroom as possible?
What? What about mushrooms?
How much room should you give a fungi
Oh, fungi.
as mushroom as possible? So how much room should you give a fungi?
Like growing outside? I don't know what the fuck we're talking
It's a
about.
joke.
Oh, I get it.
But you didn't.
850?
The answer is as mushroom as possible.
I get it.
Yes. When you talk with a lisp, it helps. People says, I bet she takes a bump better than Anna Jay. Ooh.
All right, so we got the LWO going now against the Brawlin' Brutes. Brawlin' Brutes did win that. The OC has been eliminated.
Like, are you saying like a bump as in like a bump, or are you talking like throwing them around bump?
Throwing them around. Pop.
Oh, okay. Yes, I bet Aubrey might, but she's a vegan, so I'm not real sure how well she would take a bump. They're kind of fragile people. Piccolo says, what the hell, Robbie?
A gorilla's a vegetarian.
They're omnivores.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They don't eat meat.
Yes, they do.
A gorilla?
Yeah, a gorilla.
I don't think they are.
Sophie says, how was everyone's week?
They might eat a bug, but they don't eat meat.
Vindicator says, oh, and I'm sure you guys saw Toasty Marshmallow open up the show.
Yeah.
She made a little news a few days ago revealing she is bisexual. Wait a minute. She's bisexual again? Because she was bisexual a while ago?
Yeah, I saw her post that online.
She's like, again, she's bisexual? Like...
She just wants a date.
Like,
I saw her on the internet, and she's like, I just want a date. Like, she's like, I don't even care.
Now she's just gonna make some guys lust for her even more. Pickle's like dad jokes on this stream. Walter's like, I wonder if Ref Aubrey did training for wrestling. She's been training for a while, Walter, actually. She talks about it on some of her, like, Instagram stuff. Sophie says there are some movies or shows that don't land on any streaming service for some reason. Pickle says they better not change Bobby into something stupid. You mean like what they've done to him prior and before? So the Brawlin' Brutes have eliminated the Good Brothers.
They've eliminated everybody.
Just eliminated the LWO.
And they eliminated the Street Profits.
Now they're going to eliminate Hit Row in 2 seconds. They're done. And now we're going to see them up against Pretty Deadly. Are they the last ones?
So that was 10 seconds?
Yeah, basically.
That's dumb. Yeah, your timing was way off. Pretty Deadly, probably going to win.
The guy's like, there's no timeouts in this. They're like, no, we want a timeout. They're like, there's no timeouts. No timeouts. Nope.
Pretty Deadly versus Sheamus and the boys. So this match has only been 11 and a half minutes so far.
Walter says, so for the movie, writers are still in charge. Yeah, sure. Who cares? I mean, they can always hire different writers, Walter. Sophie says, never seen this in a gauntlet match before with the other people out there like they are lumberjacks. They don't do anything. They just sit in a chair. They don't touch or do anything. They aren't active. So it says the WWE wants Drew McIntyre back on WWE TV. Pico says, D, you're not hiding it from anyone. I could tell you're angry about Audrey Edwards getting PT. She's getting PT? Physical training? What?
Physical therapy, yeah.
Oh, is she getting physical therapy? Pico says, I want Drew on BET TV and Freeform TV. Me too. Walter says, more cool matches still to come. Okay, Sheamus won, now another team. Yeah. Yeah, and then they took out Hit Row in 2 seconds. Robbie's like, why does your voices sound like you're on helium? They shouldn't. Why does your voice sound like it's on helium? Okay, so question. Who else thinks our voices sound funny, or is it just Ravi being high? Ravi's at a rave, just so everybody knows and aware where he's at right now. And he's probably done drugs and he doesn't realize it. Ravi, did you eat the mushrooms you've been talking about? Those are a no. Okay? No. So if he says this gauntlet match is becoming too predictable since Pretty Deadly is fresh, does that mean they're going to win?
That's my guess.
Walter says Sunday, happy Father's Day to Travis, LOL. I don't know why that's funny, but according to Walter, that's hilarious.
Happy Father's Day.
Sorry, that's what he did. He laughed. Sophie says AEW ratings went under 9,000 viewers this week. Oh my god, only 9,000? Jesus fucking Christ. How are they still on fucking TV?
No, nobody's watching.
They're like,
no.
Like 2 people are watching, like our show. They get 100 watchers. Yay. Yes. Yay, guys. Thanks for all the watches we got.
Yeah, 900K. That's not bad. They usually are only in the 800K range, so.
Robbie says, you guys sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. No joke, your sound is funny. Ever's like, did you stop Ray QR code a new leader? No, I didn't. Was he your guest at your London, dinner that you had? You said you saw him in London. Pico's like, you know what? I'll give her the time of day. Aubrey? I'm sure she'll be fine.
No, Toasty Marshmallow.
Oh, Toasty? Oh, totally Toasty. Pico's like, wait. I didn't pay attention. Who are we talking about? Miss Toasty Marshmallow. Miss Toasty Marshmallow. She's a cutie pie. Sophie says Tommaso Ciampa is coming back soon, and Walter says, why was on screen on Wednesday's Dynamite? I don't know. Aoife's in the chat, though. Hey, Aoife. Good to see you. How's things going?
Yeah.
Aoife says, hi, guys. Hello.
Hey, Aoife.
Harley says this gauntlet match sucks monkey balls. That's a possibility. Depending. What's going on? Do we
Nothing.
sound like chipmunks?
No, I sound fine. You don't.
So, I don't sound fine?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yay! I sound funny. I sound weird. It's not your real voice. Okay, I'll talk normal.
There, that sounds normal.
Does it sound normal now?
When you talk normal?
Do I sound normal? Just kidding. Do I sound okay now? Do I sound like the most annoying voice on the planet again? That's good. Good to know.
You got lower than me. You're like, normal.
Normal. Do I sound normal?
Cool.
It really wasn't Ravi and drugs. I really had something broken inside me. It's my will to live.
It was broken. Pretty and deadly, like the name says.
Sophie says, what are your plans for Father's Day, Travis? Yeah, Travis, what are your plans for the day?
I didn't have any.
Oh, good. Piccolo says, I'm kind of upset.
Eat food?
That the handful of promos on Dynamite, and they didn't talk more about Miro. Miro deserves to be spotlighted.
He's going to be tomorrow night.
He'll be on Collision, Piccolo. You can definitely see promos about him there, I'm sure.
He's going to have a match.
I'm not going to be watching that, but you're more than welcome to if you feel the need to watch it on your Saturday night. I would feel you'd have something better to do, but maybe not.
When are you going to watch it? So you could talk about it on Wednesdays.
Never.
Might have to watch it and fast forward.
Never.
Yep.
Never.
Take notes.
Never. Walter says it's good. I hear you both. Well, it's not about hearing us. It's about how normal my voice was at the time.
Did she sound like she sucked on helium?
Which is unusual for me, yet normal at the same time.
Bum, bum.
People says, Ravi is on shrooms and won't share. Sophie says, my mom and our roommate are watching some sort of cult show. Ew.
Nice.
Are they drinking the Kool-Aid, though?
Is it Clockwork
If
Orange?
they're drinking the Kool-Aid, we have a problem. We have a problem. It's not really a show anymore. They're part of it. They are part of it. Nicola says, Happy Father's Day to all the dads who have passed and also the single moms out there. Aww. Pickle's like, call me. What are we calling you? Call you what? What? We're calling?
Call you Angel in the morning.
Yeah, we all like that song. Ever says, do you want John Cena versus Roman Reigns versus Dwayne Johnson? Do I want that? No.
Uh-oh, here comes Sheamus on the hot tag.
He's going to kill him. Murders. He's got the murder. So it
Irish
says,
curse backbreaker?
do you expect whoever wins this match will beat Kevin and Sammy whenever the match happens?
No.
Harley says, it's just Robbie. You guys sound normal to me. Oh, so I normally sound like a deranged chipmunk. That's good to know. Sophie says, the new update for 23 dropped this week. Piccola says, first time I heard this quote, I'm not your stepdad. I'm the guy who stepped up. Oh.
Boom.
That's so special. Walter says, good luck who wins this tag team match. Aoife says, all good exams. I finished up on Thursday. Just got home from work an hour ago. And I'm back in tomorrow, 2 to midnight, actually. Want to cry. But I'll just think of the money. What kind of job are you doing, out of curiosity? I want to know. I want to know the answer. Piccolo says, hey, did someone say steak? Did you say steak?
Mistake.
Sophie says the maximum male models are rumored to be repackaged. Vindicator says going out on a limb, but maybe a date between Piccolo and Harley would be interesting story to hear in this chat someday. I don't think that would work out. Walter says The Sandlot by Daphne. Forever. I was saying never. Sophie says D sounds like Rosie and Travis sounds like Larry the Cable Guy. Oh, you're so nice.
Old Larry the Cable
Ever
Guy.
says, where in the hell is R-Truth? He got broken.
Look at him doing the bells of the bell toll or whatever on both of them.
He actually, I think got hurt. R-Truth did. Sophie says, I woke up at 10:15 a.m. today. Well, at least you woke up. At least you woke up. Walter says R-Truth is injured. Yeah, see, he's injured. Injured. You know, it really sucked to wake up dead. But at the same time, I think it'd be okay.
Right? There's some octopus venom that you can take, and it makes you dead.
Oh, cool. Like that pufferfish thing?
Yeah, but it's real.
The pufferfish stuff is real.
I don't think that's real.
It's
I think
real.
that they just use that in movies. But there's an
No, it's actually real.
There's an octopus venom that does that. Look at that. Sheamus is going to be the guy that gets pinned.
Ooh, what time is it? Oh,
21:01.
damn, I was 6 minutes off. God damn it.
Did I say 21:01? Yeah, that's weird. I didn't think it was that long.
So, it's actually real with the pufferfish. And the reason why I'm saying it's real is because the sushi masters that use it in their sushi
I know
have
it's
to go to a
deadly.
special school
I get that.
to
Prepare
when
them.
they prepare it. And not just prepare it, but it's actually when they go to dissect it, whatever you want to call it, fillet it.
Mm-hmm.
When they fillet the fish, they have to be very, very careful of that certain part. But it actually is a part of like their whole body.
Right. Anyways, yeah, this octopus, if you take it, it completely paralyzes you for 16 hours.
Wow, just like that pufferfish stuff.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's called something Trick to Chimba Chibida. Trick to pitch.
Exactly. It's trick to
Trick to pitch.
But anyways,
something like
it will, if you can be hooked up to a ventilator, if somebody knew that you were alive still, you could survive it. Because after 16 hours, you would survive. But you would die if you don't, because you can't breathe. Like, you're paralyzed.
Oh, your lungs don't work either?
You just die. Yeah, they don't know you're alive.
Ooh, fun.
A creepy little octopus, too.
Why? Octopi aren't creepy.
It's a little blue one.
Oh, I bet he's cute as shit.
Alien.
Vindicator says, still can't understand Sheamus not winning the IC belt at Mania and free up Gunther to challenge Seth for the world title since we know it will happen someday anyway. And I think Gunther needs to be a champion for a while longer, and Seth needs to make that world title mean something before it can go to somebody else. Either that, or it's just going to be a 24/7 belt, Vindicator, and we all know how much everybody loved that title. Sarcasm. Aoife says, I'm just washing dishes for the minute. Hopefully get moved up to waitressing. If not, I'm going to get another job because I cannot do this all summer. Well, at least your hands will be really soft.
Is that what happens?
When you wash dishes all the time? Yeah.
She probably wears gloves.
Even when you wear gloves, your hands get soft because your hands sweat inside the gloves. It's kind of disgusting.
Maybe she has air-conditioned gloves.
I don't think so. She's in Ireland. Do they have air conditioning there?
Gloves.
Why would they have air-conditioned gloves if they don't have air-conditioned houses and places?
Because they don't have air conditioning.
You're just weird. Sophie says Seth versus Gunther would be a banger of a match whenever that happens. Harley says, I'll pass on that offer. Piccolo says R-Truth is a certified G and a bona fide stud. Vindicator says,
And you can't teach that.
Coca-Cola. Piccolo says, Harley, I'm your wingman. Ever says, imagine if Bobby Roode got released from WWE.
He has a broken neck. I mean, they could
Released how? Like, they released his dead body, or what? What happened? Walter's like, boo, the new guys won from NXT. Aoife says, I just ordered a load of stuff online, so I feel slightly happier also. I think I might develop a shopping addiction. Okay, sweetie, that's what happens when we get money. So we need to budget. So here's your budget. 30%.
No, it's 10, 10, 10.
Sorry, 10, 10, 10. My bad.
So invest 10% in your whatever you want to do in life. Give 10% to charity. Give 10% to an investment that you don't have control over. And then use the rest for bills and whatever else you want to do. But that 30% you don't touch. 10% has to go to charity. And that's very important. That's probably the most important one. And the reason is because if you try to hoard money like it's rare, then you think of money as it's rare and then it becomes rare. But if you give money away, it becomes plentiful and then you get it in plenty. It's that same energy. So if you project plentiful energy, then you receive plentiful energy. But that one's the most important one, is charitable.
Sophie says, why isn't that match happening on Money in the Bank, not the night before it? I don't know.
Who knows?
Maybe
because nobody wants to see the tag team championships at
London.
pay-per-view.
Ew, gross, no. Vindicator says, yes, Walter, new guys from NXT are very bad. Should be released. Pickle says, yeah, the incision, removing bad things. Was that ever a death on that 1001 Ways to Die show? Y'all remember that show. You remember? Travis remembers. He watched them.
I've seen it, yeah. Not all of them, but...
Sophie says budget cuts are rumored to be coming soon. Vindicator says, surprised that gauntlet actually went 30 minutes. It didn't. It only went 20. I bet Zelina versus Io will only be 3 minutes, which will frustrate me. It'll probably be like 1.5, but yeah. Walter says, I like promo fights on WWE and AEW. Aoife says, my hands are destroyed. I bet they are. Sophie says, has anyone taken a break from watching wrestling for the summer? Piccolo says, busing and washing dishes was one of the few jobs I appreciated. Eva says, there's air conditioning right above me. Luckily, I stood under it a lot today.
Payback is 77 days away, guys.
Piccolo says, now shucking oysters all summer long. That's a nightmare job. Is it because it makes your hands stink like oysters for like ever? And do you get like claw hands like Arn Anderson? Yeah, like that. So if it says the power here went off, but only for a minute. Vindicator says anyone who wants to give to charity, you can always invest in the Vindicator. Ethan's like, I'll donate, Vin. Pico says, what is the worst job you've ever had? I don't think I ever had a job that I would consider the worst job. Like my jobs I never had were like never terrible.
My dad took me up to his ranch and dropped me off for summer.
It's not really considered a job though.
Yeah, I got paid. I had to rebuild fence line, 20 miles of fence line in a summer. I was in 8th grade. Which probably if I would have been born in the 1800s, I would have been a man and married and everything else in 8th grade. But what are you, 14?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
13, 14.
I lived in a teepee for 2 months in the mountains. I had to trench around the teepee because I had it on a hill, and it would rain. It rained every day. I had a pickup truck up there. I couldn't drive, but I had it. I could drive because I drove it, but it was illegal for me to drive.
Right.
And I would park it on a hill, and then I would listen to the radio until the battery would die, and then I'd just put it in second gear and glide down the hill, and it would start, and then I would put it in reverse and come back up, let it run for 20 minutes, an hour, or whatever, and then listen to the radio. So I just ran the battery down and then charged it back up. Then ran it down, charged it back up.
Jeez.
That's literally what I did all summer, especially when I was up there by myself. I was up there by myself for like 3 weeks straight one time. Talk about weird. I shot a deer.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. I was like, I need meat.
Vindicator's like, yay! And Sophie says, so I might be behind you guys because the television went off. Oh no. Eva says, that's a good budget plan thing. I'm going to write that down because I will lose all my money otherwise. It really is, Eva. It really is a good budget plan. And even though you might not have bills and stuff.
Here, you want to hear something cool first? If you save 10% of your income, in 10 years, you'll have a full year's income. So like say $40,000 a year, whatever, whatever eventually you get to. Because right now you're not making huge money.
Right.
But eventually you're going to, so it's a really good habit to get into. And it starts to multiply. Obviously you're going to invest that anyways, but I'm just giving you an idea, like if you wanted to buy a house or something. Because a lot of people nowadays, they're like, oh, I can never buy a house. It's like, save, pay yourself first. That's why it's so important.
Right. So this is what I would do with that 10% that you're saving, like for whatever it is, a long-term thing that you're looking at and stuff like that, is put it in something that it's not as easy to get it out of. So like if you go put it in your bank or your savings account, one, it's not making any interest or anything like that, and it's not really like doing anything for you. So put it into something that will save money, but you can still add money to it. So like here in the States, we have something called certificate of deposits, and they usually have like a percentage of interest that goes on them for so long, but you can add to those as time like goes on and stuff like that, or like an IRA kind of stuff, short-term kind of things, but something that still is giving you a little bit of a thing. And then for your long-term 10% savings that isn't like the charity, but like an investment, is literally like an investment. So like if you have like retirement type things and stuff like that through a retirement investment company or things of that nature, since you're of the age now where you should be able to do those kind of things. And then whatever charity, 10% for whatever charity you feel is a good charity to give to, that's kind of up to you.
Go talk to Jake. Get out of here, fat boy.
Why is he so mad at Paul? What'd he do?
Because he doesn't listen. Oh, here comes the EOS guy.
Ooh, he don't listen. Eva says SmackDown the night before Money in the Bank is in London. Vindicator says somebody invest in Sophie electricity bills. Pickle says, yeah, the gloves help, but after 10 hours of moving bins of ice and filling them with oysters just sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. Pickle says, and mind you, I did it as a teen for like $8.50 an hour. Yeah, I bet that wasn't very fun. Vindicator says, if my job doesn't consist of photographing hot women in swimsuits on the beach, then it's a terrible job.
I've worked in my lifetime. I don't know about you. I've worked in my lifetime for $5.25. That was minimum wage when we were in high school.
Yeah, I didn't have a job in high school. I didn't get a job until after high school.
$4.75 right before I started working. So like when I was like 15. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, that's a lot of money.
So it says, it is taking a long time for my receiver to reboot itself, so what am I missing right now? Anything super important?
Io Sky just walked down to the ring, so no.
There was an altercation with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns in the back, but they haven't started a match quite yet, but the women's match is coming up, Sophie. Piccolo says, I mean, it's SmackDown, hardly vital stuff. Sophie says, by the time the receiver is rebooting, SmackDown will be over.
Now,
you need to take a deep breath. It'll be fine.
For 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4, in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, wait for 4, in for 4.
Eva says, thanks for the advice, guys. I'll definitely try that out. Well, I mean, since you don't really have a lot of bills to worry about at this point, Eva, you might as well make the most of what you're getting from your paycheck for yourself. And just make that a habit. So whatever you do in life, whenever you have a paycheck, whenever you're making money, that's what you do with it. Walter says, Zelina Vega for the win. LWO. Walter also says, boo, Logan Paul on Raw this Monday. Harley says, donate to charities, donate to Susan G. Komen and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Walter says, Sophie, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Right? It's okay, huh, Walter? It's okay.
We need to order some wings for our or not wings, but arms for our chickens. Little T-Rex arm.
Why do we need to order T-Rex arms?
We don't need to, but we should because it's fun. And then
they're so big. Would it even fit them? Mm-hmm. They're like ginormous chickens.
That's why it would look so cool.
Because they're filled with love. With these tiny little arms. Pickle's like, do you remember, Travis, those times when clearing $500 for 2 weeks was an amazing feat?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Like
$400, $500 paycheck. You're like,
I just happened to be like from a household where I didn't have to like start working until I stopped going to college. When I stopped going to college, then I got a job. So I was like 20, basically.
Yeah.
When I got my first job. But I did other things, but not really for money. Like I went up to the ranch and did fucking post hole digging and goddamn fencing work, labor. For nothing. I didn't get paid. There was no payment involved. It's family. But you should do. We feed you. It's fine. People was like 1998. I was rich. I know, like rich as fuck, right?
I would buy a CD every paycheck.
That was your to yourself thing?
Yeah. That was my investment that never paid out. Still have them.
Walter's the Sophie, find another TV at Shreveport. Walter's not about a TV, sweetheart. It's about the receiver rebooting, the signal coming in. So it's a little bit different, but it's fine. We're still at a commercial break, Sophie. There's nothing happening. It's still on a commercial. So there you go, Sophie. And Sophie says the TV is back and have other TVs, but other people weren't. There you go. We've been on a commercial break this whole time, Sophie. And still on a commercial. They're like, no, really, it's some stuff. If you want to watch some baseball, they're having it on tomorrow at some point. You can watch anywhere on Fox Sports.
Thames. Here comes Zelina. What's she going to be wearing tonight? Oh, that's not bad.
She's wearing some cosplay stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So the Yankees versus Red Sox, 2 teams I don't care about. Anything happened after that gauntlet match?
She just gave her shoe to a kid, her Cholola. A little blonde-haired boy.
Oh, cool. Sophie, so I guess you weren't listening when we told you what was happening. So, yeah, nothing really happened after that gauntlet match. Except for Sammy and Kevin came down. They yacked at him for a minute. Blah, blah, blah. And then they went to the back and they showed Roman with Paul Heyman. And Roman getting mad at Paul Heyman. And then that was kind of it. And then they showed Io Sky coming down to the ring. And now we have Io Sky and Zelina in the ring for that match that's happening right now. Well, it's like, ref, eject Bayley if she gets involved. People's like, oh, yes, I bought Mashbox 20 and the latest Kevin Smith movie and some Zimas.
Zima was the shit.
Vindicator's like, oh, yeah, Zelina wearing her tiny fire gear tonight. Such a hottie. Pun intended.
There's the bell. Zelina trying to get a handshake.
No, she's not. Slap her in the face. Slap her. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Lady slapping.
Mexico or Japan? Oh, wait, she's not from Mexico. She's from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico or Japan? They get mad when you call them Mexican.
Yeah, don't do that.
I've done it.
Well, you don't know for sure. Like, I don't know your nationality. Unless you tell me. Well, there's like too much color hair, Zelina, but cool. You know, I feel like that's what you should be saying about the other girl that's in the ring.
I feel like Bayley should wear that top every time that I've ever seen her, ever in my life. Ever
Is her
again.
boobs hanging out?
No.
Oh.
Better. It's just tight and small.
Oh.
Sometimes tight and small what makes boobs look better than out.
Oh, yeah?
You don't think?
It just depends on what they're wearing.
I just told you.
I don't
Tight
think
and small.
so. Zelina's look way awesome.
Nothing wrong with Zelina. Just saying, if she had a tight black shirt on, they would look pretty fabulous also.
People says, and let me think. My stepbrother was working at Waffle House and would bring home like a whole plate of hash browns with chili and cheese. That is an interesting combo.
If I worked at a food place, I probably would have been 400 pounds.
Right?
Especially if it was like...
A place that like had breakfast foods.
Yeah, like any sort of potato. You know, like a hash brown or a tater tot. Like those Mexi tots. Mm-hmm. I would get giant cups of those. I had a buddy that worked there, and we'd go there every night right before it would close, and he'd give us these huge cups. Bayley distracting the referee. I hope Zelina wins this from that.
Right?
It'd be cool if she does, because of the distraction.
Like this. Ever says, did you watch that kid did a Stone Cold Steve Austin impression? Walter says,
619.
waffles, yummy free food, LOL. Get her.
She did. Fuck yes. 2:24. Who said it was going to last 3 minutes?
Travis did. Travis said 3. Oh, wait. No, that was Ben. Sorry. I said 1.5. He was excited to see him, and then he was like, oh, it's going to only last 3 minutes, but it's going to be a fun 3 minutes.
I love that Zelina Vega won, and clean.
Yeah. Walter's like, yes, Vega won. Bravo.
LWO, not Bravo. She said LWO. You're like, Bravo.
Yeah. Walter says, yes, Vega won. And I said, bravo.
Oh. She said LWO, and it sounded like Bravo.
How'd she steal it? She didn't, like, rob you in the parking lot or something.
She rubbed her eyeball with some green mist, or blue mist.
Vindicator says, yeah, I called it 2 minutes. Why didn't they let Zelina wrestle? It's ridiculous. Why give her a push with short matches? Just makes her run forgettable. Pico says, would you buy LWO merch and wear it out in public?
No. No, I don't wear wrestling stuff out in public.
Yeah, so I probably wouldn't buy it, let alone wear it. It doesn't speak to me. I only buy wrestling merch that, like, I think is ironic and funny, and I like it. Like the Brock Lesnar shirt, why I bought it.
Awesome.
Or Miz, because, of course, I'm awesome. Hello. Like, duh.
The man.
The man, I don't have that one. That one's yours. I did get one that was a Becky one, though. I can't remember what it says, though. I can't even find them anymore. They're probably piled in a weird pile somewhere.
They're elusive in your room.
But the ones that
Postman
were
Pierce.
AJ Lee's, all the ones that she had, remember those?
Mm-hmm. There's Bianca.
I can fit them on like half of my body now because I'm so fat. Fat. Stick. He can't give her
No
the
answers
answers.
tonight for Bianca. She does look like she might be ready to wrestle tonight, though.
They're telling you to be patient.
That might be outfit. They need to pan out so I can see. I did it my way.
And you lost it.
Oh, here it is. Grayson Waller effect. Charlotte's going to be on here.
Ooh, who's going to interrupt it?
You just saw who's going to interrupt it.
Mrs. Balor.
Yeah, because Charlotte gets a title match.
Oh, the Bianca.
Holy commercial again?
Holy wow, the commercials are just killing me tonight.
Wear it loud. LWO.
Walter's like, Balor turn heel. Ever says we need Rey Mysterio a heel turn. Harley says, my opinion, waffles. Just waffles?
Waffles is a good opinion.
People's like, the man. And Vindicator says, but they will give these washed, overrated has-beens, Spawns, and Asuka a 15-minute promo full of nothingness, mostly likely tonight or next week. Yes. Film's like, wow, Bailey looking hot. Robbie says,
good.
Where did SD start to lose credit?
She hasn't.
No.
They just put her down a block just so they can...
Where did SmackDown start to lose credit?
Oh, I thought it was Bianca Belair.
No.
When they took Sammy out of the Bloodline story.
It went...
The Bloodline story was doing fantastic.
And then they went...
And they just... I don't know what it is about them, but they tried to screw it over.
They're like, I took a shit all over it.
And now you've got tag team champions that mean nothing. Because they're out of the Bloodline storyline. It's dumb. Now everybody's going to start going, okay, when are they going to turn on each other and fight each other? And when are they going to lose the titles? Blah, 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 blah. Now you're back to that old... Where before it was great anticipation, now it's shit. And now you're breaking up the Bloodline even more with the Usos leaving it. Last thing you want is the Usos to leave the Bloodline, because then they'll become completely irrelevant. And then you're like, okay, now what? Because if Roman leaves the Bloodline, it's done.
True.
And then now what do you have? Just stuff. It's my phone. It's new.
Oh.
I haven't changed the notifications.
Oh, I just wonder why it was up, I guess. Are you using your new phone?
I'm trying to. I'm using both. I just put my SIM card off my other phone in here.
Oh.
That's why I've been texting you.
I was like, why the fuck is he using this phone so much?
Yeah,
I'm like...
it's on my phone, so I just text.
It's kind of creepy. It's a little creepy.
So now I have two phones that work, so I'm just like...
You're insane-o.
I just got to remember not to text people with this number if I don't want them to know it.
Film's like, wow. Sophie says, are they setting up Asuka, Charlotte, Bianca triple threat match?
It looks like it.
Walter says, oh, geez, Grayson Waller show. Boo. Robbie says, D would be a better heel than Rey. Vindicator says, 40-minute break, guys. And Picole's like, ha ha. Sophie's like, whenever we do lose power, it doesn't usually last that long. Like, it could last a second or a minute, right, Sophie, unless you have a hurricane. Then it lasts a little bit longer, like days. Weird.
Had a power out today, and it was out for a little less than 1 hour. I felt like I was in a third world country.
Me too, but I wasn't here. Piccolo says Vindicator of Law is written. Sophie says, how did you like the Psych series finale?
It was all right. That last season was stupid.
I was not a big fan of like the last season and a half, basically.
Oh, I was fine with the...
Like the last part of the season to the last was kind of like dumb. There was like a few, like the episodes.
Once the guy from Weird Science showed up, it was stupid.
Yes. It was like the last 4 of that, not the last season, but the season before.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the last 4 episodes of it or so. And I was like, God, what the fuck? And then the last season, it was just like, oh my God. And then it finally got over and I was like, okay. So if it's like, now after this Bloodline storyline is over, what would keep fans more interested into the product?
See how?
Your mom.
So if I take my finger and just pushes it back down, and then this side's up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not really going down. Yeah, you need to take it back. They should have done a liquid one. Did they not do a liquid one?
That's what I said too. Like, do they not do liquid anymore?
They should be doing liquid ones.
Well, of course, Shotzi's not on Damage Control's level.
So I don't understand her outfit. So she has a bralette on,
Well,
but
that's
she
a
has
biker
a
bralette?
shirt under the bralette.
Yeah, it's see-through, though. See how you can see her skin?
Yeah.
So Bailey's going to be out of that. They're going to put her in?
That's funny. Eo's throwing the same lines at Bailey. I'm just trying to help.
All right, Grayson Waller effect. The new Miz, I guess, for the next generation.
I'm not sure I like it. He's not awesome. He's stupid. I hate him. And he talks stupid, like
He's
Ravi.
from Australia. No.
I didn't say Ravi was from Australia. I said he talks stupid, like Ravi. Friday Night Smackdown.
I come from the land down under.
Harley's like, waffles are gross and they suck. Blasphemy, get out of my chat. Waffles are delicious. Bob is like, D, would it be better for a new champ soon instead of Roman?
No, the Bloodline's the only thing keeping SmackDown afloat.
So it says they had a Monk Easter egg in the Psych series
They
finale.
did.
Yep, we did see that. Pico says, I need to know more. Tell me about Monk and his colored eggs. Sophie says, are you going to watch all 3 Psych movies now? Possibly.
Eventually.
Sophie's like, Bailey.
I've seen one of them. It had Charlotte in it. It had probably another wrestler too, but she was like the bad guy.
Yes. Sophie says Bailey versus Shotzi, but for Bailey's Money in the Bank spot. But we don't have the 6th and final woman announced for that match yet.
Which is very weird to do a spot challenge. Okay, Charlotte. What the fuck?
And have a spot challenge with
It looks like somebody spray painted her.
Shotzi. What the fuck is she wearing? Oh my god! No. This is a no. I hate it. I fucking hate everything about it.
Is it see-through too? I think it's see-through. I'm trying to see what the hell it is, and it's like just those lines and flowers.
I think the flower things. I think there's supposed to be like not vines or whatchamacallit.
Somebody let her dress herself or something.
They're like, here, I want to wear this.
But
oh,
she's
okay.
naked. Like, you can see her butt. She's just covering up her nipples and her JJ.
Her hoo-ha. Her VJ.
VG. Her video game.
Her video game area. Her no square. Piccolo says all this waffle talk makes me want some French toast. What the French toast? French toast is delicious. Stuffed French toast.
Yeah, she's got an orange
I need
spot
you to make...
where her vagina would be, or is. And that's all that's covering it up is some... Look at Waller's face. He's like, holy shit. She's completely naked.
Here, please,
Look,
have
see?
a seat.
Even her tits are showing.
Gonzo
Wow, he says.
journalism.
How about I want to woo right now? Woo!
Wooey. Woody woo woos. And the woo hoo.
Made history.
Yeah, it was totally so good. Ha 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 ha. People is like, Harley with a harsh take. Chris is like, hey, Travis and D. Sophie's like, why do I have a feeling that Charlotte will somehow end up being that final woman in the Money in the Bank ladder match?
I got a bit distracted, he said.
Films like Therapy Queen Charlotte Flair is here. Harley's like, it's my opinion. You cannot like waffles. I don't really like pancakes. Well, technically, I like pancakes. They just feel like a lead weight in my stomach, where waffles do not. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, she has her number. Does she call her every day? People's like, yuck. Sophie's like, oh, three Psych movies are good.
Esther.
But they don't seem like movies. They seem like special episodes of Psych. People's like, I don't find her attractive. And even worse,
what is
she's
wearing?
A Flair.
So she wore black underwear under her see-through outfit?
So we've got see-through with flowers, and now we've got see-through with sequins. I don't find this attractive either, but it's happening on our screen.
Well, it's because it's the wrong color. She should just wear nude or whatever color that is.
Well, maybe she really wanted to wear a black leotard under there. I don't know what her deal is. Maybe it's how it was made. Maybe she made it. I don't know. Feels like that settles it. I want breakfast for dinner. Sounds good. Are you going to make stuffed French toast with bacon? Or is it going to be like peanut butter Captain Crunch encrusted French toast? So Charlotte and Bianca never had a one-on-one match before. Okay. Pickle's like, how do y'all
we got
like
a Karen
your
in there.
omelette?
She wants to talk to the manager.
Oh my gosh, she's a Bailey? Why are we talking to the managers?
Yeah, because it's Charlotte.
I think you're taking mushrooms.
She could be tripping.
So I think you might be tripping.
Both of these women are not built to fight. Look at, I mean,
they're not built to fight, or they're just not wearing them.
Yeah. Look at their heels.
Well, for one, Charlotte wouldn't be able to get her shoes off fast enough because she has a strap around her ankle, too. So. I like my omelets cheesy, Piccola. Cheesy. I'm not a dimmer omelet fan.
She didn't ask her to apologize.
More like a cheese and meat kind of omelet person. No veggies. Travis would probably like his with like spinach and like goat cheese and stuff. Probably wouldn't be that bad, really. For you, but not me. Yuck. Yuck.
Look at Charlotte's outfit, dude. Every time I look up, I'm like, ugh.
Like what? Ugh! La 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 la. Ah! Ah! It's like a surprise every time, but not in a good way.
She does have a bra on the top. You can see it. It's a nude bra.
Right. You should take things into your hands.
What kind of things are you putting in your hands? Like a Ford? Yeah, you lose a lot.
Yeah. I don't think so.
These
think
two are the
face
face
her who she is.
of the women. Like, that means nothing.
That means
but
absolutely
Charlotte needs
diddly
that,
squat
and I'm
hole.
hoping that's why they just brought that up. It's because Charlotte needs it.
People says, I do like diced tomatoes and mushrooms in it. Yeah, I can see that. Gotta chop up some bacon. Yes, you need bacon. Bacon. Into omelets. Ooh. Harley says, holy crap. That French toast that you two said, cross it and peanut butter Captain Crunch, sounds delicious. Yeah, Harley, you take your French toast, right? And you take your bread, and you have your egg mixture with whatever you put in it, right, to make your French toast. And then you have, like, crushed up, not, like, really, like, powdery or anything, but kind of, like, crushed up peanut butter Captain Crunch. And you put your bread in your egg and flip it over. And then you put it in the Captain Crunch. Like, press it down in there on both sides. Then
Crowd
you
is
cook it in a
completely
pan.
dead for Bianca.
Yeah, they don't care.
That sucks.
It really does. Like, they've tried really hard to, like, make her something, and it's just not good. But, yeah, Harley, give it a try. It's good stuff.
It's Jey Uso.
Like, his tattoos on his one arm are so dark that it looks like it's completely blacked out. I don't like that.
Right.
Because you can't see the design
Look how
in it
dark
like
he's
you're
got
supposed
this
to.
summer.
Oh, yeah. I can only imagine he's been
And
out in the sun.
He's a red color like I get.
It's, yeah, his Polynesian stuff. Chris says, sometimes Char is hot in her onesies.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, but not all the time. Pickles like, say less. That would be pretty tasty. Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Oh, yeah.
the jealousy.
And then you could just, put powdered sugar on it and eat it. Or you could put maple syrup on it or whatever, right? But what would be really good is take peanut butter and, like, chocolate and butter. Like chocolate chips and peanut butter and butter. And melt it together so it makes kind of like a syrup. Like chocolate Hershey syrup kind of thing. And drizzle that over the top of your French toast peanut butter Captain Crunch.
I feel like that would be too rich.
You could. Or just do peanut butter because it's salty. Doesn't have a lot of sugar to it. And butter. And like...
You're still out.
Melt that. And drizzle that over the top. So there you go. Mm-hmm. And that stuff with the chocolate chips isn't because you use semi-sweet chocolate chips. So you don't use like milk chocolate chips or anything. So you're using like a darker chocolate. So it has more of a bitter taste to it.
The phenomenal AJ Styles making his way down to the ring.
Chris says, so full earlier, ate some Mexican food, ate chicken and spinach quesadilla and some fajitas with rice and beans and some tortillas. Sonya always looks incredible. Does she? Always? I don't know.
Hey! This is a mixed tag team. So Reckoning and AJ Styles.
She's had a couple of her outfits Sonya has that don't look that fantastic on her. Every once in a while. It's rare, but it happens.
She's trying to high-five people that don't want to touch her. You see the people on
She's
the
like, yeah, and they're like,
no.
Ew, I don't know
I
you.
would, just because.
I don't know you. No touching. They're like, yay. She's like, high five me. And they're like, yeah, no, I don't want to touch you. She's like, I'm so cool. Look at me.
Team Scarlet Cross is up next.
Ugh, this is just a joke.
It's Scarlet Cross. Sounds like a cool name to me. Wouldn't that be a red cross?
Basically,
That's their thing.
Scarlet.
The Scarlet Cross. Or Show Cross.
Chris is like, a little Scarlet Cross. He thought it was pretty funny.
It's hilarious.
It's so funny.
The Scarlet Cross.
Oh my gosh. It's like the Scarlet letter, but not.
Like the Red Cross, but not.
What?
You don't
Well, that's
love
actually
me.
pretty good.
You
Freaking
just love
Little
my doggy
Caesars.
style.
What? Why do you have to say such gross things?
Snoop Dogg. You said it when I was like in 12th grade.
Harley says, that does sound delicious and add more peanut butter on top of it. People is like, OMG, I may have to see what Scarlett looks like tonight. Yeah, because she's going to be in like actual wrestling gear, so it's going to be weird. I hope she doesn't wear that weird shit that she wears. Sometimes she wears fucking weird crap. Like when
like
she's
old
going
lady
to maybe be
like
wrestling.
Charlotte's outfit?
Yeah, and she wears like old lady crap, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Why do you look like my grandma's couch?
But naked. Piccolo says, I'm lazy and don't want to change the HDMI from 1 to 3. Yeah.
Been there.
Walter's like, okay, bye, guys. See you Monday for Raw. Bye, Walter.
Woo.
Have a fantastic weekend, Walter. You stay safe out there.
It's a good park job, though.
It's a what?
A good way to park your car.
It is. It's just up on the curb.
Take the fire extinguisher out.
Taking out the fire hydrant you shouldn't even be parking in front of anyways, because that should be a no parking zone.
Right.
Like, why do they fucking have a parking spot there anyways? Like, it's like, what the fuck? There aren't supposed to be... My God, people. Feels like, Walter, been a pleasure. Enjoy your evening. And Film says, happy that Vega won. Happy Scappy.
What's going on here? Is this the Women's World Cup or something?
No, what is it?
It's the U.S. team that lost to a bunch of 15-year-old boys.
Oh, boy, and they thought they were so much better than boys.
No,
Fucking idiots.
When I said they got beat by 15-year-old boys, I don't mean that they got, like, it was 10 to 11.
It wasn't close.
It was 12 to nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they suck ass.
And that was in Australia. And then they lost to some boys here.
So this is what she's coming down in.
That's not bad.
It's happening
black
right
and
now,
white,
just
but
so you know.
nothing wrong with Scarlett Bordeaux, if anybody cares to wonder. There's a reason they call her the Smoke Show.
She's wearing a top like what's our faces. Only she has a bralette on instead of just having the arms.
Yeah. She's dressed like Pretty Deadly, but with a titty cover.
A titty cover.
She had a titty cover on.
She's got the titty cover on. It's fine. And a loincloth. And I'm not sure why we have a loincloth on, but we've got the loincloth. Phil's egg. Piccolo, how are you, friend? Chris says, Travis, on Impact, there's a tag team called the Motor City Machine Guns. They're like the Young Bucks. Anyway, they both won their respective matches last weekend pay-per-view. One is X Division champ.
Oh, wow. They split them up.
Harley says, because I don't use regular butter on my pancakes or French toast, I only use peanut butter. Piccolo says, I'm alright, fam. Gotta get up and make some food. Chris says, the other is called Alex Shelley, who is the Impact World Champ. They're a good tag team, but this is a complete joke. Who makes a tag team top world champs?
Right. There's the belt.
Piccolo says, been pretty lazy because it's rained most of the day. Aw. Phil's like, nice. And Chris says, again, they are legends in Impact. However, they do not need to world champ, especially when they are smaller guys. But that's kind of how Impact is.
Yeah, I understand that. They don't have a lot of talent. Her thing says talk. That's
like tick
down.
and talk?
Yeah, but it hangs down at the front. It says talk.
So it's like cock?
Yeah, and it's
so
hanging
she's
down.
literally got a cock on.
Yeah, a tick talk.
Tick cock?
Tick tock.
She's got the tick cock on. Good for Scarlett.
Pin her, Scarlett. This is terrible.
Well, it's because
I forget how bad Mia Yim is. I try to like give her the opportunity every time I see her to like whatever you call it, something herself.
Yeah, you're like, she might redeem herself.
Redeem,
and then you're
that's
like,
a good
oh
word.
yeah, she can't because she sucks so bad. And she doesn't improve, so she
Oh!
just sucks bad every time.
Styles Clash, it's over already. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, Scarlett saves the day. Their ass just hanging out, which nobody's upset about. They had to change the camera angles because her ass is hanging out.
Can we just see the ass hanging out? I'd rather see that part.
I'm married, bitch.
I don't think she cares. She's
She
married
just
too.
Nailed him. What? Reckoning takes her out on the outside, but takes
They both
herself
take
out
out
too.
each other.
There it is from behind. AJ's going to sleep.
Gave
Good night,
him
AJ.
just enough time.
Good night, AJ.
He needed the tick-tock time. She gave him the talk of
That's
the tick.
it. It's over. AJ going to sleep. Night, night. Oh, wait, no. Oh.
Ooh, punch him in the face.
Like a Judas effect type.
Chris says the former Impact World Champ was Steve Maclin.
This is what Kross needed. This is great. I hate to see it at the cost of him, but I'm okay with
it's
it.
fine because they could go back and forth a few times with AJ if they really wanted to, like build him up a little bit more.
Yeah. They don't need to build AJ up. They could just say, oh, he just lost because of distraction. But for Kross, it looks really good. It was just this.
Oh, I was just looking at your cord because it's around your foot.
I know, it's all over.
Chris says the former Impact World Champ was Steve Maclin. He kind of is like a Karrion Kross type. He should have stayed World Champ, and he was having a good reign. Then this little guy beat him. Pico says, oh, damn, I heard what AJ said. Oh, that he's married, bitch? I'm married, bitch! Chris says, Kross work on leg day, bro. Harley says, later, everybody, enjoy your guys' weekend. All right, Harley, you too. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good time. Vindicator says, overall, I feel like Kross Scarlet return has been underwhelming because their feuds are never put in the proper spotlight. Kross is never in a main event, and they won't let Scarlet really wrestle.
Right.
Well, they can't let her wrestle if they're going to put her up against crap-ass shit like that thing that she was up against. That thing can't wrestle. So you can't put her against somebody who can't wrestle because they can hurt her. So you have to put her against ones that can. So now they're getting him out of there, and
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. This is stupid.
Easy. Nothing but time.
I don't understand what the fuck the whole Paul Heyman thing is about. Like, because he can't listen? Doesn't listen? What he told him to go do, he did. He can't make somebody do something.
Dad? Yeah.
Do you know where Holloway Park is?
Holloway Park? Yeah. It's right down the street, I think. It's the one on the corner down here?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's where my aunt is right now.
Like watching a baseball game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should just be down here.
Yeah, it's right on the corner.
It's just if you go down the Eldridge down here and turn.
Left?
Is it just the baseball field?
Yeah, that big giant baseball stadium.
I'll be back.
Do you want some money
For what?
to get in?
No, I'm just going to get something.
Okay.
I don't think it's what you're thinking.
Oh, is that not Holloway?
I think it's not. I think that park is on this side where the other one's on that side, and it's called something else. But maybe not.
Okay, what's the directions?
Okay, so it is the one that you're talking about. So you need to go down to Alameda, hun.
The stoplight, take a left, and you can't miss it. Okay.
Okay. Just making sure you knew where you were going. Chris says Roman 3 belts. Why would he have 3? That's weird. Vindicator says, I don't remember Mia having a long history of hurting people. Nobody would wrestle her if that was the case, but needs to wrestle everyone just to be another addition to the women's division. It's not about the fact that she has history of hurting people.
She moves too slow to hurt anybody. She's just bad at the sport.
And with that, what happens is injuries can happen. I'm not saying that she's physically able to throw people around and break their face or anything. I'm just saying that being what she is doesn't make it better. Like, being slow like that can cause just as many issues as the women who throw their opponents around, like Nia Jax, so on and so forth. Willow Nightingale, Nyla Rose, who have hurt multiple people when they've wrestled them. Broken girls all over the place. So, that's what I'm saying about it. Is the fact that she's not good enough at it to make it. So you have to be really careful. And so if you put her with somebody who's good, like Bayley, you're not going to, or Natalya, you're not going to see too much of it. But she really is. She is so slow. Natalya and Bayley are really kind of quicker wrestlers when you watch them. If you watch Natalya, she's very snappy with her stuff. very quick with her wrestling moves and stuff like that. And that's just from where she learned it from and stuff like that. And even in her old age and her has-been ways, she still is pretty quick with her wrestling moves and stuff like that. But when she wrestles, dumb bitch, whatever her name is, Mia Yim or whatever the hell.
Scarlett?
When Natalya has wrestled her in the past,
Right.
You'll notice that Natalya has to literally slow down how she wrestles because Mia Yim can't keep up. And that's not good. And Mia Yim hasn't improved. That's the other point, right? We've seen her on television multiple times. They pushed her in our face thousands upon thousands of times.
Back,
and she still fucking hasn't improved. She still fucking hasn't improved. What the fuck, bitch? What the fuck do you do? Just eat? Do you just fucking make food, feed your husband until he pops and eat yourself? I don't know. But I'm just saying that's more frustrating.
She doesn't
that's
seem
frustrating.
heavy or anything.
She's not. But I'm just, where does the slowness come from? Like,
she just doesn't know how to do it.
I get being deliberate about your moves, but there's a point where your deliberation,
Corbin,
you have practiced enough to get better. And she hasn't.
You having fun?
So she irritates me.
Get him, Corbin.
Yeah, Corbin, kill him. Put him in a box somewhere. Stuff him in a garbage can or something. You should just stuff him in a box.
Right. And then throw his ass off the roof.
He does look like a dummy. So if you just stuffed him in a box.
What's Rey Mysterio doing here?
I don't know. What's happening with Rey Mysterio? Why is Rey Mysterio here?
Why does he get to come out to his own music when he started the LWO stuff?
How dare he?
All those other guys come out to the LWO music. Is he retiring?
Why would he wrestle?
He's not in wrestling gear.
So?
So why is he coming out?
Oh my God. We'll find out, I'm sure, real quick. Chris, like, I'm so late, man. Downloading MLB The Show game right now. Ready to play some baseball, motherfuckers.
I bought it.
Vindicator says, it's just frustrating. The same women get the most spotlight every year. Always Spawn, Becky, Bianca, Bayley, Rhea, Ronda, Asuka. Liv was the only one to break the mold. Well, if the other ones improved, and I'm not saying all of those that you listed are really, really good. But the problem of it is when you can't improve and you've been there for years, there's a problem. And she can't talk. She can't do a promo. It's just they're pathetic. Chris says everyone else is playing Street Fighter 6 and Diablo 4. Yeah, plus me, Emily faced guys in Impact, which means she's so bad she can't wrestle the other girls. Then here's I see what you say about Natty, even though her matches never excite anybody either, especially. They always end with same old submission move. Maybe they should give her a title just for that. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that
no, she's not on that level.
Natalya's not on a level of getting anything, but she's always been there, right? And she stays in the middle where she is, and that's just how it is.
She stays in her lane.
But what I'm saying is that even though she's older, she still can keep up more so and better than some of your fucking young-ass wrestlers that you're like, why don't they give them a chance? Because they suck ass. Watch them wrestle. They fucking suck. Well, they don't give them time. They've had lots of time.
Santos Escobar.
Like, lots of time. They've given him lots of time in NXT most of the time.
He's in wrestling gear.
So why aren't they improving? There's the question. Why aren't they improving? It's not because they're not giving... It doesn't matter if they get time on TV. I don't give a shit. If they're not in the ring practicing every fucking day to improve where they came from, and they come up and they're on TV all of a sudden, and their improvements do not show from where they were, then you have a problem with that person. And why would you put them in any kind of situation where you're pushing them to get a fucking title? Why? Why waste everybody's time? It's like with Liv. They did it because they felt bad for the little crybaby bitch. And look where it got him. Nowhere. It made the women's title absolutely garbage. Thanks. Set us back some more in the women's division, WWE. Good job. It wasn't as bad as when Ronda did it, but still bad.
They took it off Ronda pretty damn quick, which is weird.
Mm-hmm. Chris says, why is Corbin being pushed like he's 03 hardcore champ Undertaker, beating up everyone? Corbin literally wrestled in basketball shorts and a tank top on NXT.
I watched it, yeah.
Vindicator says, but Scarlett needs more reps in the ring to be another interesting option to be a spotlight character. But
Yeah,
she's not
she's
a
not.
wrestler, though. She's not supposed to be a wrestler.
Well, in WWE, she's a valet, but she was a wrestler in independent.
That's fine. But in WWE, she's not. She's a valet. And yeah, we know she can wrestle and stuff like that. But they're not going to put her in positions where, you know, it just would seem weird to, like, keep pushing her when they're trying to, like, push him. You can't do both. If that's the case, separate them. Chris says Angel Garza and Humberto came out of obscurity on NXT this past Tuesday. Oh, good. They were in NXT, huh? Good for them. At least they're still around.
Oh, who's this?
I don't know, but they're
LA Knight.
interrupting everything. It's LA Knight. He's like,
Yeah.
I will show you.
Talk to you.
He doesn't have a mic, though. Damn it. Where's this mic at? And you guys like, if Liv made the title bad, Charlotte and Asuka will make it a dumpster worthy. No. They don't, though. Asuka, it's weird because Asuka doesn't really bring anything to the title, but she doesn't make it worse.
Whoa!
But Charlotte? Yeah. Charlotte doesn't make the title dumpster worthy. I'm sorry. I know you hate her, Vin, and I understand where you're coming from. Like, I don't like Liv. I hate her. I don't like anything about her character or herself personally, probably. And that's just how it is. I get it. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Charlotte has presence where Liv has nothing. She doesn't have presence. What? Because weirdos get obsessed with her and stalk her? Are you for sure that Charlotte doesn't have the same weirdos and the same stalking issues? Because I bet you she fucking does. And probably on a worse basis. She just doesn't cry about it. Because she knows how to handle herself as a person.
You're a weirdo.
I'm not a weirdo. It's just the truth. Those are just facts.
This sounds like you're...
That what? That Liv has absolutely no self-confidence in herself? And Charlotte probably does?
I get it, but why are we talking about Liv?
Because he's trying to say that Liv made the relevant. Like, oh, well, they gave Liv a break the mold. Especially the same women get the most spotlight every year.
Right, but
it's
Liv,
always Spawn, Becky, Bianca, Bayley, Rhea, Ronda, Asuka. Oh, Liv was the only one to break the mold. Break the mold of what?
Liv was on TV every single week for 2 years.
Yeah, because they pushed her in your face because she cried about it. Because she had a crybaby fit, and they revamped her character in those 2 years how many fucking times?
Well, before the 2 years, they revamped it. I think she was on TV every week for 2 years.
So was Asuka. Does that make a champion, though? Does that make a champion-worthy person?
What I'm talking about is that she was on TV all the time, so you can't say that she wasn't on there every week for the last 2 years.
Nobody said she wasn't.
Somebody said that she's the only one to break in there.
Break the mold. Liv was the only one to break the mold of the women getting the spotlight every year.
But the list needed to just have her in it. Nothing to do with molds. She was on TV more than all of them.
But that's what I'm saying. Why would you say she broke the mold? She didn't break any mold. And you're comparing her and you're putting her in a group of people where some of them are 10 times to 50 times better than she'll ever be in anything.
She's not good at wrestling, but she's pretty.
I don't give a flying fuck.
Well, I'm just saying that. That's her aspect.
Wow, she can't talk and she can't wrestle. Oh, great. She has a nice ass, no boobs, and kind of a pretty face that looks like she's a child. Bravo. Good job. What should we do with her? She cries in the corner every time she loses. You know what? I think we should shove her in people's faces on a constant basis. And then we'll make her into something, but she really isn't.
Right, but she hasn't been on TV for a while now.
Yeah, because she got a broken arm.
Is that what's happening?
Yes, she separated her shoulder.
Oh, that's right.
She's injured. That's why she's not around. You know, sometimes it's called the squeaky wheel gets the most attention. And that's what happened. She's a squeaky wheel and she got attention. But that doesn't mean she got championship type of attention. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I don't see her, like, even when she had it, it was a joke. It was just a fucking joke.
It was a short-lived thing for that reason.
Here's your complimation prize. Good job. Bravo. Participation trophy. Fuck up. fuck off the women's division. Completely fuck it. Fuck off. We don't give a flying fuck about the women's championship.
It was Ronda Rousey's idea to put it on her.
Yes, because how many times did we get to hear, probably in the back, that they were probably like, oh God, I'm so sick and tired of hearing Liv cry about her poor victim life and how she never got anything and she never got a chance and she never did this and it was her dream her whole entire life. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right. I cannot stand her. Not even the least bit of anything that happened with her character, anything with her. I guess they decided they're having a Escobar versus LA Knight match right now.
I was hoping that they wouldn't start it during the commercial, but I guess they did.
They must have, because they said it's happening.
So anyways, we got LA Knight in there with Santos Escobar. This is an interesting one because Escobar is a very good wrestler. LA Knight's very over with the crowd. So how do you do this one without hurting either one of them?
Right? That's going to be weird. How are they going to do this? Because they're both good in their own right.
They're both in the briefcase match. So
yeah.
I mean, they could bring somebody else that's going to be in that match down.
Yeah, that's true.
Who else is in it? Damian's on Raw. Butch is in it. Ricochet's in it. Nakamura and Knight, and then Santos.
Has anybody had any, dealings with LA Knight out of the group, though?
No.
Where he's kind of attacked him or said something or did something? Because we know that Escobar hasn't really had any dealings with any of them.
I mean, LA should win this clean, but that's my opinion. That's not anybody else's. Because I feel like Escobar is damn good. Or supposed to be, but he's been losing so much. He lost to Dominik Mysterio, for crap's sake.
I know, it's really disgusting. Chris says LA Knight time. Yeah, lots of weirdos stalking Liv. Yeah, plus Char has stalkers, but she calls Andrade and he calls the cartel on the stalkers.
Oh, Jesus.
Bliss stalkers, Sonya stalkers. I was like Spawn Square Char, whatever you want to call her. Who else, apart from Bayley and Asuka, can wrestle like her and be champ? Okay, so this is where it's going to be, right? Because everybody hates them, but Bianca's getting to that point where she can.
Bianca's on the level.
You know, Rhea Ripley's on that level.
Up.
Raquel Rodriguez is starting to get to that point. She's growing and stuff like that and getting better. And stuff like that.
It looks like they're going to try to push this Io Sky on us for a while. Hopefully that doesn't last long. There it is. Yep, Escobar won.
Ooh.
2 minutes of TV time.
With a lucky roll-up.
I'm going to just put 2 minutes, even though it did go longer than that.
Roll-up. LA Knight tried to, hold on to the rope. Ridiculous. The nigger's like, where is the presence with Charlotte? Only because who her dad is. Her arrogance is not appreciated by anyone. Take Flair off her last name and she is about as relevant as Dewdrop. Liv was not spoon-fed. Her rise in the company like Spawn.
Right, but she can't help who she's related to, and her talent is better.
And it's really funny, Vindicator, because she dropped a lot of her dad's shit the last couple of years. Like, a lot of it. She literally dropped a lot of it. And it's true. She can't help who her dad is. But the reason why she doesn't isn't necessarily because of her dad. It's actually because of her brother. But you go on.
To me, it's like, if you took Liv and Charlotte, and you stripped everything else away, and you had them start at A, and you worked their way, Charlotte's going to be a star.
Of course she is.
And it's because she can talk. Now, that might also come from her upbringing, right? So she saw how you had to have it done. But that's just like anything else in life. If you have parents, you're going to be more successful than if you didn't have
She
parents.
wasn't. Because when we first started watching Charlotte, she was shitty as fucking promos.
Well, yeah,
her promos were fucking awful. Her promos were terrible. She was awful at it. She couldn't articulate what she wanted to say. She couldn't do anything. And finally, she got whatever it was she needed to get out of her system of whatever she wanted to do and started being a bitch that you fucking hate. By the way, that's what you hate about her. Her arrogance is because she has self-confidence in who the fuck she is. Not because of who her dad is.
Isn't it weird to see Stifler that old?
With him? What is going on here? You having a party?
That's funny.
That's pretty funny. But, I mean, that's what it really, really boils down to, is the fact that, yes, Charlotte was shitty on the mic. I remember listening to her and going, oh my God, like she needs to work at that bad. And you know what? She probably did. And she probably didn't do it with her daddy. She probably went and got other people to help her out. Because that's what you do. You go outside of what you grew up with and use your resources, and she got better. Because if her dad was the one teaching her and she came out with the crap she did, she wasn't doing very good.
Her ring work was shit.
Yeah. She was very robotic in her ring work. When I first saw her, very robotic. I will be
Jerky.
I will be very negative about Charlotte Flair. I'll tell you right straight up. She was shitty. Shitty. Has she changed? Yes. Has she grown? Yes. Has she improved? Yes. That's what I'm talking about. The improvements, the changes, the fact that she became something that you can't teach people that. They have to change to become that. And she made herself that. Her fucking dad didn't do that shit. She did it. She put in the fucking hard work. Fuck off. If you want to say people are spoon-fed shit, no. No, there's a lot of people in that industry that's completely spoon-fed. And I'll give you one example. Dominik Mysterio. There is a spoon-fed motherfucker that shouldn't be allowed in the fucking WWE just because of who his daddy is. But Charlotte has made her own name for herself. Whether or not Flair is attached to it means nothing at this point. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Because of Dominik.
Krista Travis yesterday, there was a TV taping of New Japan Pro Wrestling. It was a stacked show. It was all Ospreay versus Murder Hawk Lance Archer. Then it was Okada, Ishii, and Tanahashi versus Mox Claudio. I think people think Ospreay is overrated because of what we see in AEW, but damn his interest. His elaborate jacket gear, he looks like a star in Japan. But I know that means nothing to you guys, which is fair.
No, I mean, obviously I watch him when he wrestles. I try to look for the positives in his character. Like, I don't hate it. You know, like on AEW this week, he came in at the very end. And
when he was doing his stuff. But yeah, I do think he's a little overrated.
But he needs to come in, knock out Omega, get on the mic, and then cut a promo, and then drop it and walk off that.
Yeah, and just leave it as
it's so important. I love entrances. Don't get me wrong. I love that because we got to see that again with Triple H, in WWE. So it's very important. I like entrances, but they're not like, they're maybe 20% of your character. Mm-hmm. But they can't get you
Sammy
jacked up.
And Jay in the back. Sammy's like staring at his face.
I think we're done with the wrestling side of the wrestling.
Why are you
I think it's all bloodline stuff from here on out, probably.
And he was like, I actually hope LA Knight gets a quick rise in the company and gets better treatment than Liv. Yeah, that's not going to happen, probably.
I don't know what's happening with LA. Like, they must not care about the pop from the crowd.
Ravi says, I'm getting a cheeky MacD's. Are you cheeky or cheesy? Quentin Mitchell in the chat. Hey, Quentin says on 9/2/23 the Payback pay-per-view is coming back. Did you guys saw the AEW Fight Forever's Road to Elite intro?
No, I have not.
Chris says, damn it, Santos won. Nick Carey says, Io is respected worldwide, though, Travis. She is not some jobber. Is she respected worldwide? Are you sure? Or is it just some places in the United States and then in Japan?
Right, and then the UK, because they like the Japanese wrestlers in the UK.
So, Pico says, just eating, but I can make the case for Carmella and Bliss, but around 16 to 18 era. Well, true, right? Everybody has their, like, on top of shit, right?
Yeah, I mean, Bliss was the best out of that first wave that came with, there was Sasha and Bayley.
She could talk, she could wrestle, and she looked good.
Right, and she did it first. Like, you thought of the four horsewomen, but in reality, what was happening is Bliss was winning everything. She won the SmackDown title and then the Raw title. So she was the first to have both, and she had both multiple times. Mm-hmm. I think she's like a 5 or 6 time champion. She did it, and she did it quick, and she did it against the best when they were at their newest and best.
Yep.
And that was surprising.
True.
But at the same time, I think WWE waited too long. That sounds weird, but for the women's revolution, whatever you wanted to call it.
They fucked up.
Because all their older women were at the end of the road. The only one that's still around, obviously, is Natalya, but there was Vivica Fox, or whatever her name is. Not Vivica, but something Fox. Alicia Fox.
Yep.
And the Bellas.
Uh-huh.
And that was kind of it. There really wasn't a lot of women. Her? AJ Lee was kind of there, but she was at the end.
Yep.
And it was like, hey, AJ lost to Paige because Paige was first. She's the tip of the sword.
Yep.
And then she left. And then Charlotte came. It was just like this. It happened so fast that all they had was the young girls.
Yep.
And it was like, so is it Nikki Bella or Charlotte Flair? Because that was it.
Right. Yeah.
Or Sasha or Bailey or Lynch. But Lynch wasn't anything yet. Mm-mm. Lynch was kind of the fourth wheel of that group. And obviously that turned around after Nia Jax punched her in the face.
Yeah, right. Chris says, I watched Raw at 17 only for Bliss when she was world champ. She was a fucking star back then. Quentin says, and the sad thing is Charlotte treated her dad like trash back in 16. Remember, she kicked him out of the curb, making him cry in front of millions of people and slapping him in the face.
Yeah, that was to get that heat.
Yeah.
They were trying to get that deep heat.
Vindicator's like, Spawn ring work is still shit. LOL. Actually, it's not. Vindicator, I'll give you some homework if you really want to know how bad if she's really bad. Go back to when she first started and she first came into WWE and watch her.
Everything was
then
robotic.
Watch her. And I'm not talking about who she is, just her wrestling. That's it. Nothing else. Not her name. Nothing else about her. Just her wrestling. I'm sorry to inform you, my friend, but it has improved. I'm not saying it's improved like, oh my God, she's like the best wrestler ever that's ever been. I'm saying from where she was to what she's become, her improvement is vast, and it is crazy. And it took her a lot of work to do that. I'm not going to deny her the fucking work that it took her. I don't give a shit what her name is. Because if that's the case, then why do victims get all the fucking attention? Your little Liv girl that you love so much. Why the fuck is she? She can't do shit in the ring. She can't even talk. Fuck, just because she has a pretty little cute face and looks like a little 12-year-old out there with a big ass? Ooh. Wow. Good for her. Like, yeah. So don't come at me with anything like that because Liv hasn't improved. After all that time for the 2 years of being on our fucking televisions every fucking week, and still didn't improve? No. I'm sorry. Nope. I will never, ever, ever give her credit for anything. I will chalk her up as one of the worst champions the women's division ever had, including Ronda Rousey.
Poor Liv.
I fucking can't stand her. Anything about her. Vindicator's like, Spawn's horrendous outfits are more interesting than her matches. Pico says, I bet Mandy Rose, if she didn't get fired, would have been a top tier woman in the main roster, at least in the conversation.
You think she'd be back, or do you think she'd still be in NXT? I feel like at this point they would have probably brought them up. Toxic Attraction, all three of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she screwed those girls over. Mm. That Mickey James or what? I don't know their name. James and.
The thing of it is, right, is the fact that did she screw them over, or did they not make the best of a horrible situation? Because they really didn't.
Well, there's nothing they could do. They got booked out of it.
So you're telling me that it was this situation. Oh, wow, they look okay. They don't look too bad. And then you take Mandy away and they look garbage. Like, okay, their in-ring work is crappy. They're not very pretty. And you're just like, oh my Jesus Christ. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, like, I thought they were kind of pretty. Oh no, they were only kind of pretty because Mandy was around. You take Mandy out of the equation and it's like, oh, you know how she brings her friends around? She looks like a 10. But when you take them away, she's a 6.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I mean, obviously, they were a legit thing until Mandy left. And then they're like, should we replace Mandy? Or just move on? And then they decided to move on. Then they split them up. And Gigi Dolan and James, whatever her name is.
Right. I can't remember their names either. Vindicator's like, I definitely agree on Dom. Chris says, yep, I remember an interview with Char. Her trainer said, how am I supposed to know who Pops is? Quentin says, Dominik not good. You may not agree with me, but he's a piece of crap. Hides behind Mammy. Don't know how to fight his own battles, and fans deserve to boo him.
I don't want him to get booed. I want people to be indifferent.
I really do. I want him to just be
come
crickets.
out and
Nobody reacts.
no reaction, because then they'll get rid of him. With the booing is just heel work, and then so it makes it look great. And it all started because he doesn't like his dad. So they basically used his dad to make him a heel, and now it's just stuck around because now it's kind of popular to do. It's like Seth Rollins' song. Mm-hmm. It's not that Seth Rollins is, which he is, by the way, a great wrestler, but that's not why people are cheering for him. They like his song. Mm-hmm. Like there's always something in that, but everybody's that way.
Yep.
Roman's popular because of the bloodline storyline, not because he's a great wrestler.
Pico's like, we the ones, baby. Chris says, fuck you, Roman holding the WWE title while Paul is holding it. Punk's still longest WWE champ in modern era. 434 days, bitch. Fuck off, Roman. You have a new belt, so WWE title is retired.
Yeah.
Chris says, so as far as it goes, the 2 belts Paul is holding is invalid. Why is he still holding 2 belts?
Oh, does he still have the 2? I didn't even notice.
That's fucking weird.
So do they have
dumb.
3 belts then?
I don't know why he keeps... Why would you have him hold any of them? That's strange. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention when he came down.
Yeah, they do. They have all 3 belts.
Oh, Jesus. That's fucking stupid as fuck.
Could we get more lame?
This is lame. That's lame. That is fucking lame ass lame.
They gave him another belt so he could have 3.
I guess. They should have been like, you need to get rid of these other ones.
So weird.
Very, very weird. Vindicator's like, bloodline people still walking out there with 3 belts, so that new title unveiling looks even more idiotic and pointless. Very true.
Well, with the other ones.
Chris says, ultimate hot take. Do you think Tessa Blanchard or Charlotte Flair is better in the ring? They both have that diamonds are forever gimmick, because if Ric Flair and the 4 Horsemen, obviously I would say Char, but that's because she has the WWE platform to stay relevant, whereas Tessa can work and has been champ, but only indies.
Yeah, it's a different story. I would like to see Tessa show up. I really do. And it is something they could pull off. She's so much younger than Charlotte, though. But where if Charlotte was to, imagine this, leave for a while, and that she brings her back with her. And so it's a faction, like the 4 Horsemen, because their dads were together.
Right.
Bring back Brock Anderson. No, I'm just kidding. I was getting a little ahead of myself.
So my problem with Tessa Blanchard is that she has a horrible, awful attitude problem.
Right, but they can structure a contract that it's so simple that, look, you're going to be here, you're going to listen. If you don't, you're out of your contract. Like, it's simplistic. Don't screw it up.
Right.
Have it that way for a year. If she makes it through a probation period, sign her to a big 5-year whatever. She's young as shit still. She's probably 26.
Chris says, do you think Sol Ruca is just a smaller version of Nikita Lyons?
No. She is a superstar in the making. I don't know if Nikita's going to become that star. I was hoping she would, but I just don't know if she can take it to that next level, because she needs to be on the main roster, and she's not yet. And I get it, she got hurt, but I don't know if she would have got brought up anyways.
I don't think so. I think she still needs a little bit of work to do. Pickle says, Tessa Blanchard is pretty sound. She could wrestle a broom, but her damn ego, right?
Yeah, that's why I said give her like a full year of just no slack.
I don't know what they want.
And you could draw it out like, hey, look, this is going to be where our pay-per-views are going to be. This is when you're going to wrestle. This is what you're going to do.
And if you don't show up or you're late even for a second,
right,
done.
I need like 6 months notice before, like, if you're going to miss something. Like, here it is. Here's
yeah.
the schedule. And then give her a year. If she makes it through that year, then say, okay, cool.
All right, we'll do one more. Like, only do it on a yearly basis. Do
wouldn't.
not give her a longer term contract until she can prove that she can be that person for a couple years straight. I would never give her a longer contract after that.
There it is, Oos. Jay's out there.
Vindicator says Gigi is getting a little bit of a push right now, and she is definitely pretty. Seems like she is about to feud with Kiana James, who is gorgeous and one of their better talkers and in-ring workers.
Yeah.
Chris says, yeah, but I like Dom better than Sammy Guevara. Bryce says, okay, time for me to go. Have a good night. Bye, peace out. Bye, Bryce. You have a great weekend, hon. Take care. Phil says, bye, peace out to Bruce. And Phil says, Tessa and Charlotte are hot. I like them both. And Chris is like, yep, attitude problem. Phil says, Piccolo, a nice pick. And Piccolo says, do I want another piece of toast? Yes. You want another piece of toast with extra butter on it and jam.
That's my wise man.
As I need.
Is Jay younger? I don't know their ages.
I have no
I know
idea
Roman's
how
bigger,
old they
but
are.
I don't know if he's older.
Well, it's kind of fair misdeed. Just give one superstar a year in any company. And that's not it, film. It's just because Tessa has such a bad attitude. She is so full of herself, and she does really stupid shit and says really dumb things. And she has no respect whatsoever for the fact that she works for people and what she's supposed to do. And you can't have that in this type of industry. You can't. You cannot have that type of person in this industry. They have to show up.
Just not yet. You're meant to lead, just not yet.
Isn't the wise man? It's your brother. Your brother is your problem. It's Jimmy.
It's actually
He's
Sammy with the poison. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, it's the brother. He came down to talk, too. Great. More talking of interruption than weirdness. Oh, your cousin.
The Rock.
The Rock, yeah, that bastard.
That's the cousin. Let's not groom people. It's bad.
Did you give her a card to go to Maverick?
I told her she can get fuel.
Okay. Just making sure you had money in there and it wasn't like a weird thing or something. Sorry. Piccolo looked it up for us. I was just going to do that. Thanks, Piccolo. No, I don't have to. It says Roman is a year older than the Usos, 38, 37. Oh, okay.
They're already that old?
That's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
I would honestly said 34-ish.
Question now I have is how old is Solo compared then? Like, he's got to be way younger.
So right around 28 to 32, I would have guessed.
Film, I have no idea if Bryce met Tessa Blanchard. I have no idea. Joshua Phillips in the chat says, what's the main event? The main event is Roman Reigns in the Bloodline talking.
Yeah, this is it.
We're in our main event right now. You cannot be that and a twin at the same time, bitch. Robbie's like, the Big Mac is such a shit burger, but hit the spot at nearly 3 a.m. It's because it's the one in the UK. It's not the American actual real Big Mac. It's different.
Jimmy cracked corn.
Who only had a problem with it?
Sammy Uso.
He's like, I'm sorry. Are you, though? It was actually his suggestion that you were the right-hand man. Jimmy was the one that had a problem with it.
Jay getting mad at his bro.
He's so upset with him right now. How could you not have any faith in me? Robbie's like, sum up SmackDown in one word. Do it.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Solid.
What's it?
Fair.
Eh. People's like, film, I'm sorry. I gotta wash these dishes.
Look at me. Is that
Look at me
true?
in the eye! No more secrets and lies! Secrets and lies.
It's true. Oh, you hurt me deep. You cut me to my bone. The bone in my
Crying
right
on
leg.
the inside. Sorry. Wait. You're telling me that you have no faith in me? Yeah. Looking out for you. No, were you?
Not you, Oos.
I didn't expect you to not have faith in me. You know what's best for both of us. Who the fuck is Joshua?
Obviously his name.
So is his name not really Jay? But it's Joshua, and his
Well, it's
nickname
definitely
is
Joshua. Yeah.
He can't even say. He doesn't even know what to say. He wants to
Mr.
swear words. and
Mr. Prom
stuff.
King right here. Marrying the pretty girl. The big ass. You married a big ass. The big old titties.
She went somewhere else, drinking, doing your stupid shit. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, he did. He did tear his knee out. But yeah, got arrested a couple times too. But...
Vinegar's like, so I guess all this
Oh,
yada
there
yada
it is! Jimmy just got kicked out.
will lead to a Jimmy versus Jay versus Roman match at whatever pay-per-view is coming up.
Look at that! And I'm out too. You out, and I'm out too. And Roman got kicked. Now it's Solo time.
Solo's gonna be upset.
What you can do, Solo?
How dare
Big
you?
Solo Cup.
Rawr.
I'll fill you up. Double thrust kicks. One super kick takes out the 3-belt world champion.
Well, it caught him off guard, so he wasn't able to, defend himself quickly. That's why. How dare you? Why would you do this to me? I love you so much.
You're going to get thrust kicked again.
Film's like, who's you trying to still win an RP Jenner match? Becky Lynch or Tori Wilson or Trish Stratus or Liv?
Trish.
Tori Wilson.
It's always Tori.
Vindicator says, but anyway, stay classy, Idaho. You take care of Letha, Travis, Cola, anyone else still awake. I'll see you guys for Raw next week. Bye-bye. Bye, Vin. Have a great weekend, Vin. And if you're a daddy, happy Father's Day. Vobe says, holy cow, it finally happened. Jay did it. But did he do it? I feel like he didn't really do anything. I feel like what they did is stupid.
He did it.
But anyways, that's the end of that crap. We'll see all the fallout next
There is
week.
no crap. That was a solid show.
It's all crap. All the craps. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for SmackDown. There were some things that happened we expected. A couple of things we didn't expect. Some things that were like, what the fuck? And all that good stuff. But we'll be back again on Monday for Raw. You guys should join us then. But you guys have a great weekend. Any fathers out there, happy Father's Day to you. Have a great day.
And thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.